The world is on edge, conflicts are rising, and now a global superpower is sounding the alarm. India's Union Minister just warned that World War III could break out at any moment. Is this just fear-mongering or a chilling glimpse into what's coming? On July 3, 2025, Nitin Gadkari, a senior Indian cabinet minister, issued a stark warning. Given what's happening in the world, Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Iran, a third world war could break out any time. This isn't just any politician. Gadkari is a senior figure in Prime Minister Modi's government, widely respected across political lines. For a high-ranking Indian official to speak publicly about the possibility of World War III, it sends a message that should not be ignored. His words aren't just speculation. They reflect a growing anxiety among global leaders who know how dangerously close the world is to another multi-front conflict. From cyber attacks and drone strikes to ideological warfare and proxy battles, the signs are everywhere. India has over 1.4 billion people, the world's fifth-largest economy and one of the most powerful militaries on Earth. But historically, India has remained non-aligned, preferring diplomacy over direct involvement in world wars. So when a leader like Gadkari openly warns of global war, it signals that even neutral powers are beginning to feel the heat. India's geographic position, bordering China in close proximity to Iran and an ally of Russia in trade, but of the US in strategy, makes it a central piece in the geopolitical chessboard. And let's not forget, India is a nuclear power. If a large-scale war begins, India won't be on the sidelines. It becomes a potential front line, economically, politically, and militarily. So what exactly is pushing the world toward this edge? Let's look at 4 major flashpoints, each of them volatile enough to spark global conflict on their own, but together they form a dangerous cocktail of instability. First, Iran versus Israel. The recent 12-day war resulted in thousands of casualties. Though a ceasefire is technically in place, tensions are still high. Iran's supreme leader issued a fatwa, a religious decree, against both Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and former US President Donald Trump. Missile systems remain on high alert. Behind the scenes, both nations are engaging in cyber warfare, sabotage, and covert operations. This is not peace. It's just a pause. Second, Russia versus Ukraine. More than 2 years into this bloody conflict, Russia continues its advance in northeastern Ukraine. In recent weeks, fresh drone strikes targeted Kyiv's power infrastructure, prompting blackouts across major cities. Ukraine is pleading for more weapons and air defense systems, while Russia warns NATO that deeper involvement will be considered an act of war. Third, China versus Taiwan. The South China Sea is now a military hotspot. China has ramped up its naval presence, conducted live fire invasion drills, and repeatedly breached Taiwan's airspace. The US and its allies are responding by sending aircraft carriers and destroyers through disputed waters. One wrong move, one misinterpreted radar blip, could trigger a war that drags in every major power in the region. And fourth, North Korea. The world has almost gotten used to North Korea's missile tests, but their latest hypersonic missile launch wasn't just another headline. It was a message. Experts believe this new missile could hit US bases in the Pacific in under 10 minutes. In a high-tension climate, even a small provocation could lead to catastrophic miscalculation. Each of these conflicts is dangerous on its own, but combined, they're converging into something far bigger. The conditions that led to World War I, nationalism, military buildup, alliances, and unresolved tensions, are all present today. Only this time, the weapons are far more advanced, and the consequences unthinkably worse. And that brings us to a chilling reality, the role of technology in modern warfare. Gadkari didn't just warn about conflict, he warned about the kind of conflict that's coming. He said technology would make the next war different from anything humanity has seen. In World War II, battles were fought with tanks, ships, and infantry. Today, wars are fought with AI-powered drones, satellite disruption systems, autonomous weapons, and cyber attacks that can cripple entire nations. A well-placed cyber attack can shut down a country's power grid, compromise its military networks, or crash financial systems, all without a single bullet fired. Autonomous drones can identify, target, and eliminate threats without human approval. Facial recognition software tied to kill programs. AI weapon systems deciding in milliseconds whether someone lives or dies. That's not science fiction. It's real, and it's already here. And while these tools are meant to protect, they also make war more likely. Why? Because when the cost of going to war is reduced, no boots on the ground, no soldiers at risk, it becomes easier for leaders to pull the trigger. So, where does this leave us? The world is fractured. Superpowers are bracing for impact. Smaller nations are being pulled into alliances, and the public is left wondering if the next headline will mark the beginning of a war that changes the course of human history. We don't know when or where the next war will begin, but what we do know is this: nations are preparing. Leaders are choosing sides, and the world is one miscalculation away from a chain reaction that could engulf us all. India's warning isn't just political, it's prophetic. What do you think? Are we truly on the brink of World War III, or is there still time to pull back from the edge? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Conflict Signal for in-depth updates on war, peace, and everything in between.